Hey guys, it's Shiba here and hopefully this is the final solution for your Joy-Con drift. But what is Joy-Con drift? Joy-Con drift is where your character starts moving alone. This means that your analog stick just got worn off or is just stuck. In worst cases, it is completely broken. One thing that I've noticed however is that in newer Nintendo Switch, Nintendo actually improved the Joy-Con analog sticks and making them less prone to get drift, like in this Fortnite version. However, I wonder why they didn't use any Hall effect sticks at all. That is really strange. However, to give 1 point to Nintendo, they offer to repair or replace your Joy-Cons if you send them back to them. That is so if you have the patience to wait for them. Okay, so now before you throw or buy new Joy-Cons, you might want to try a few of these tricks. The first solution if your Joy-Con is likely drifting is to go to your system settings and update your console. After that, you want to update your Joy-Cons. Yes, update your Joy-Cons. I know many of you don't know about this, but you can actually update the firmware of your Joy-Con and this might improve or actually fix the drift of your controller because Nintendo has put some software improvements that might reduce the issue. Second method is the most obvious but underestimated, is to calibrate your Joy-Cons sticks. If you do so, you might resolve some of your issue, but not all of them, because most of the time the drifting comes from the analog itself, and this might not be fixed at the software side. From here you can understand the gravity of your drift, because you can look at the dot here. If it is moving alone, it's probably really bad. If it is not moving too much, you can calibrate it and you might make sure that your dot here is reaching every angle. If it is not reaching out of the circle, however, this might be a really bad drifting issue. So you might want to resolve this hardware side or even replace the stick here. So calibrate both of your Joy-Cons, play around with it, and if you're noticing minor issues, stay here because I have one more hardware-less solution for you. The third solution is unusual, not many of you know this. There is a software named Joy-Con Toolkit that can solve your issues. Just go to this website, click download and you're gonna be directed to GitHub and click on the zip file. Once you have it, extract the files and open the tool. For this, however, you are gonna need a Bluetooth adapter. So you want to connect your Joy-Con to the computer using the Bluetooth adapter, and once it is connected you can open again the software and it will show your Joy-Con. Once you are on the tool, you are gonna see all the information of your Joy-Con. Your Joy-Con, if it is the right one, is gonna blink with a blue light on the on button, and it is perfectly normal. What I do when I open the software is to back up the SPI first before doing anything else. With this tool you can do various different things, such as changing your Joy-Con color, and this will probably be useful in Animal Crossing to get the limited edition switching game. Another cool thing that you can do is test or use the infrared camera built in the Joy-Con, in the right Joy-Con, and this is pretty cool actually. But what we are here for is the other tool. This will actually help us calibrate the Joy-Con more. As you can see here, it says use only if you have drifting issues. So to get started you need to click refresh first, and now you can edit the values. Now I don't have any specific values for you here because the drifting comes in any form and you have to play with the values until your drifting is resolved. The fourth method is hardware, and this just requires compressed air. This can remove any dust or anything went inside the analog and fix your Joy-Con drift. It's easy and it's free. The next method requires you to take apart the Joy-Con, however you can apply WD-40 without opening it, but I don't really recommend it as it will flow right in through the Joy-Con. To take apart your Joy-Con you will require a Y screwdriver and remove the 4 screws on the back. Be careful when removing these because they can get damaged really easy, and you don't really want to strip any of those screws. Be gentle when taking it apart because there are a few ribbon cables that you don't want to damage, otherwise your Joy-Con will stop working. As you can see, depending on the side of the Joy-Con you are opening, left or right, you have to go through a few screws and ribbon cables to get to the stick, and once you get to it, you can remove it safely. Once you got it out, check if it is not broken in any part of it, because otherwise you will just need to replace it. There is a little plastic membrane here that you wanna get up before putting the WD-40, and once you got it out, you can spray a bit, not too much. After that, you want to do some circular movements to get the WD-40 to circle through the stick, and then you wanna clean it and do some circle again until you get most of the WD-40 out of the stick, otherwise you will have some problems connecting it back, so you want to make sure it is as dry as possible. After that, you can put everything back and try it on the Nintendo before screwing it back up. As you can see, there is no more drift. Of course, if anything hasn't worked for you until now, your very last resort is to replace the stick, unfortunately. So you will just go through and take apart your Joy-Con as you've seen, and just straight replace the stick with a new one. You can even replace it with a Hall effect stick, so you don't get the drifting anymore in future. So I hope this was an interesting watch for you. Remember, for everyone that I opened my Patreon for good, I'm working on it. And I really hope you fixed all your Joy-Con drifting problems after watching this. Let me know in the comments what method worked for you and what not, and if you fixed the Joy-Con drift in a different way. Thank you for watching, and please remember to subscribe. I'll see you next.